explaining what's in the Illusive Milk Plus from Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange. Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange, which released in 1972, provides an almost poetic portrayal of violence through its choreographic execution of the quote ultra-violent scenes, and this violence is fueled by the oh-so-elusive Miloko Plus, which Alex and his Druids consume as a rite of passage before embarking on an evening of ultra-violence. But what's in this mysterious substance? Well, the Crover Milk Bar which Alex and his Druids visit offers three variations of Milk Plus, those being Milk Plus Velicet, Synthemesk, and Drencrum, with each variation containing a different concoction of psychoactive chemicals which result in three very different effects, with Milk Plus Velicet likely being mixed with amphetamines similar to speed, with this being represented in the word Velicet, which shares phonetic similarities to the word velocity, which suggests that the drink is used to sustain high energy levels for long periods of time, which is an expected effect when taking amphetamines. We then have Synthemesk, which is likely to contain a synthetic form of mescaline, which is a strong psychedelic compound found within certain species of cacti, and this is likely to be a synthetic version of it due to the name Synthemesk, with synth meaning synthetic and mesk referring to the psychedelic compound itself, with Synthemesk likely being the more relaxing of the three drinks, with many describing the effects of mescaline to induce a dreamlike state when administered, and Anthony Burgess, the author of A Clockwork Orange, likely decided to include this chemical as many in his circle at the time admit to using mescaline to assist them in their writing endeavours. And finally we have Drencrum, which is what the Druids are drinking during the opening scene of the film, that likely containing adrenochrome due to the close relationship between the two names, and adrenochrome, which refers to oxidized adrenaline, is said to cause dramatic changes in behaviour through the drug's dissociative effects, which is likely why we see the Druids are able to commit such heinous crimes with a seemingly euphoric smile on their faces, with adrenochrome likely being the primary cause of Alex's psychotic tendencies, as research into adrenochrome in the 50s and 70s often triggered psychotic breakdowns within its test subjects due to a prolonged state of derealization which the drug induced. However, the reason for Alex and his Druids choosing to drink Miloko Plus as opposed to alcohol is solely due to the fact that Alex and his Druids are actually underage, with the law in this reality not extending to the prohibiting of psychedelic compounds being sold to minors, with this being the catalyst for the Druids' frequent visits to the Crover Milk Bar. And exposure to these drugs, especially adrenochrome, is likely to also be the reason for Alex's association between violence and happiness, with them likely being in a prolonged state of derealization through frequent use of adrenochrome, and this ultimately points the finger to the regulatory body responsible for the nation's health and well-being, with there being a clear neglect to the youth when it comes to ease of access to such chemicals. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever, and BanMan out.